Hi, everybody. I just blew out
I refuse to start it with hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt. This is Kyle.
Hey.
We're out here at the National Model Aviation Museum. We're going to be testing out a new product for you guys. This is the AWK210 from Ready Made RC and Strix. And this is a quadcopter that's designed from top to bottom for racers in mind. So on board, we've got a Dodo flight controller from Ready Made RC. We've got the Ready Made RC rifle motors. These are 2206, 2550 kV. So there's tons of power.
Yeah, they scream.
Yeah, absolutely. The Acon 30 amp ESCs, and we've got the Cricket 200 milliwatt VTX.
Yeah.
Okay, we got everything locked, loaded, ready to go. We've got the quad out on the runway. Kyle's gonna be my spotter here today. So he's gonna be watching out for any aircraft coming into the airspace, gonna watch out for any people coming around that might be in my line of flight. So Kyle's gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to flying. All right, Kyle, here we go, ready?
Yeah, you're clear, buddy.
And we're arming.
We got a little bit of a breeze today, so we'll see how this does.
So I'm starting off in angle mode, if for no other reason than to just get a kind of feel for everything.
Now, what modes do you have on this Dodo?
Right now I've got angle mode, I've got horizon mode, which is kind of a cross between angle and rate mode.
Yeah.
And then obviously full rate mode. So
yeah.
Angle mode's gonna give you full stability and auto leveling.
Definitely starting out, if you've bought these pieces or you just have a quad and you grab them, you've either thrown it together or thrown a battery and a receiver on there, take it easy. Start slow.
That's right. So I'm just getting a feel for the quad at this point. See right there, I gave it a little bit too much roll input. Something else I should add is I have not done any tuning to this quad. So this is all stock PID settings out of the box. If you don't really know what PID settings are, there's a lot of great information out there.
And you're not alone.
And you're definitely not alone. That is the truth. So
now, are you running beta flight on this, clean flight? What are you doing?
This is beta flight.
Okay.
So clean flight, I think, is what comes stock on the Dodo flight controller.
Yeah.
I'm more familiar with beta flight, so I put beta flight on.
Well, and there's instructions online you can easily access how to drop whatever you want on there.
That's right. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to switch over to rate mode. So at rate mode,
it's also called exciting mode.
It gives me full control. There's no stabilization. If I give it forward input or forward tilt input, it's going to keep forward tilting until I tell it not to.
Now, do you have your camera at like what, 45 degrees?
It's at about 30.
Okay, 30.
Which is a little bit lower than what a lot of racers will run typically.
Yeah.
I think 40 to 45 is what a lot of racers will run. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't like how my approach was on that gate.
Hey, you know what? You got out of it. Now, as it goes, how many quads have you put together? I'll say how many have you put together first, and then how many have you put together successfully second?
So I've built somewhere on the order of probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I'm not currently racing, so I don't have the need to have a lot of quads, you know, on the bench and in my stable at any given time. I have had some mishaps on building.
Well, I mean, everybody has. You know, it's exciting when you see the magic smoke, even though you never want to.
When I come back through the gate again, I'm gonna go straight up.
Try and power loop it.
This ought to be interesting.
Yeah, there you go. You got this.
I'm gonna actually do a power loop the other way.
Okay.
That way I'm not.
We've got a little bit of wind today, so there you go. Whoa!
Yeah, that was not.
You know what? That was exciting. And see, that's the other important role of a spotter is to be sure you can kind of push your buddy and get some exciting footage.
Yeah, to try to get him to crash.
Well,
That's how he does it.
The other thing is when you get out of these, you can't see anything. So there you go, buddy. There you go.
Gee, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go pick up my quad now, and hopefully it didn't break it too bad. Oops. Repairing file.
You know it's a good flight when the repairing file shows on the GoPro.
Okay, so we've picked up the quad.
And it was only in 2 pieces, and one of them was a GoPro, which doesn't count at all.
So the GoPro's got a little bit of damage, but it does look like it's still working, so that's a plus. I'll let you hold on to that,
gotcha.
So the important thing is the quad. How'd the quad stand up to what I think we would both deem a pretty...
Yeah,
that was a healthy hit.
Good amount of abuse there, I would say.
So as you can tell, the battery started to come ejected. So we'll pull the battery out. And actually the battery looks to be in pretty decent shape. I'll let you hold on to that too. Let's take a look at the frame. Now we do have one prop that is got a little bit of a bend in the prop there.
But blade. Here, let me show you a little trick. Right there. Good as new.
It's actually not far off. So I don't see anything wrong with this frame at this point.
That's the greatest thing about these. I mean, they're made to take some abuse, you know? Like if you're out there racing or freestyling, you're gonna hit limbs, trees, the ground.
That's right.
I mean, and the greatest thing is you get some quality components. They can take a beating.
Absolutely, and you've got a lifetime warranty on this bottom plate. So if I would have snapped one of these arms, that's a free replacement from Ready Made. You just give them a call.
It's almost like winning, really.
Well, I'll go with that. It's not winning when it's yours and you got to wait on the new frame. I'm actually really impressed how well that stood up.
Well, that was your first real tumble with this too, right?
Yeah, I've done a couple of test flights with this before we went on camera with it, and nothing too crazy because I want to make sure everything looked good for you guys. But this was definitely the first crash I've had with it.
Yeah.
So I was anxious to see how it would hold up.
The beauty shots and the pristine, and you know, getting things ready for either a review or to post on the socials and show everybody how awesome your work is, how clean and how beautiful it is. That's great, but you know a quad's been well loved when it's got grass clippings inside, some mud on the edges.
So I don't know if you can get a good shot of that, but the grass right there on the lens tells you everything you need to know. Yeah,
that you've had fun with it.
That's
right.
You
know, that you've had fun with it, it's still functioning fine, and you're ready for your next flight. I mean, yeah, you could throw in some new props. Or, I mean, I'll be honest, when I tumble, as long as they're not, you know, really bad off, I'm not good enough to do another set, because that next set will get ruined right away too, so.
Well, that's all we got for the Ready Made RC Strix AWK210. If you guys want to learn more about drone racing and building your own quad, check out the July issue of Model Aviation magazine. There's going to be an article in there that I put together for you guys, giving you some tips on building your first quad. And until next time, keep flying.